Hi everyone, this is Kim from Earn Greater Profits, and this is video number 5 in this series of building your website from scratch in the software. And in the last video, we added these service sections, and I'm going to go more into depth about how you can manipulate your images and the text to make it look a little prettier, and just some different things that you can do with it. So let's just look at this image first. And it's interesting because this image is got a white border around it already because of these little dots that they added. And so there's not much you can do with this unless you pull it into editing software. If you'll notice, I clicked on themes over here. So any image, when you highlight an image, you've got a themes section. I really like this one here that puts a white border around the image, but for this particular one, it doesn't really work well. And so I played around, and none of them really work well because of the amount of space that has been added to the bottom. And we can leave it. I mean, it's not terrible, but I'm just going to leave it with nothing around it. It's good enough. It's got its little circle, curved edges and whatnot. But the one I want to show you is this one. We pulled this up. I pulled this up and it doesn't really fit the space, but because it's round, I want to show you something. I'm just going to pull in my favorite theme, and you don't have to do a theme. You can do it all in advanced with these, but you'll notice that it's square, and it's square by default, but I can change the image radius to circle. And so now it follows the image in a circle, and it does actually cut off that little dot, which is no big deal to me. And then you can also manipulate what the border looks like. You can have it be thin, thick. You can change the, some of these also have some shadow behind it. And so I do like that particular border. You can adjust the size of the shadow to be completely round, light, dark. Fun stuff. You can change the image to be just black and white. It's always fun if you want something dramatic. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff you can do with images. Keep in mind, if you want to do shadowing and borders like this, that you are able to do it for all the pictures so you can stay consistent. With this one, we weren't able to do that. Now under advanced here, we can claim this picture is a circle, kind of. It'll change it to an oval, and that's not terrible. If you like that sort of thing, you can change it. Now, what it had done, see, it totally deleted the little dots on the bottom. Now it's got a border that is at least similar to what we've got on the other one. Then we can do the dark shadow like the other one has. Let's see, that one's bottom right dark shadow. So let's do this one, bottom right dark shadow, so we can stay consistent. We've lost a little bit of image here because the image was not quite just cut off a little bit, but that's fine. I mean, that's not terrible, and we can work with that. And the oval is kind of a fun shape too. So we've got a round and we've got an oval. So there's just some fun things you can do with images. Again, and I've showed you this before, but we can work on this again. When you're in a regular block for text, you can change the mobile font size here, the desktop font size here. So let's just make it 30, make it a little bit bigger for our desktop. You can also change the typography type. So up here, we've got our default fonts that we've chosen. But here, we don't always have to use the headline font for headlines. We can use what we claimed for the content font, or we can do a custom font and choose any from the list of 1,500 different fonts that are in there. So that's kind of fun, allows you to do some different things. You can even add an icon. Let's see if we have a cupcake. No, baking. Let's throw a cake on there. You can do icons. Social media really loves doing icons. In these, you can only actually choose one icon. Let's see if we can copy and paste this icon. We may not be able to do that. All right, so we've got our icon there. We've got our drab black. Let's change our bold to purple because we've kind of used purple in the past and it's dark enough that you can see it. It shows up very well for our bold text. If we italicize it, you can even change the font color of the italicized to something different. Our link text color, this is the default because we chose it up here. And so that will show up here, but you can always change it individually. And then here's our icon color. And so we can totally change our icon color to be something different than the text color. So that helps to show a little contrast and bring out some fun. The other thing I wanted to show you, lost my train of thought, so let me figure it out just a second. Okay, on my paragraphs, I'm going to show you, there's kind of a fun thing you can do to highlight text you want people to read, like keyword phrases inside text. And I'm just going to show you how. Let's just say that these three words are our keyword phrase that we want to highlight. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just hit bold on these. Okay. So these three colors, or these three words are going to be bold. I can totally change my bold text color to be whatever I want. Let's change it to this green. We've kind of got some green in here with a button and this cupcake. And then say these three down here, I want to do the same thing. I just hit bold. And because my bold text color is different, it just automatically changes to be a different color in bold. And so if you want to bring out certain phrases in your paragraphs or in your titles, you can do it either way. So let's just say that you unbold that. It goes back to black. Let's just say our regular color for that particular one is red. So using the different options here, you can also change the colors. And so that makes it kind of easy if you want to highlight something or add contrast. The other thing you can do is add some custom CSS on the page. If you are familiar with custom CSS and you want to add or change the look of your text in any way, then you can add that there. And so just some fun different things that you can do with text and titles to add some contrast. With your bullets, I didn't mention that in the last video, but you can change your icon to whatever you want. So if you have a different check mark that you like better, then by all means you can use a different, if you're a service-based business, say you're a handyman, then change it to a house, and these could be your services. In fact, if you do it this way, like I mentioned before, having a different section for each one, then each, your home services section, this could be exterior painting. And then this one, you can change the icon to this house and do home repairs and so on and so forth. And then, of course, you have your option to change your icon color to be whatever you want to bring out that contrast. And so just a lot of fun things that you can do with that. So if you have any questions about how to manipulate your text as far as colors or styles, and you're not quite sure how to do it, let me know. Let me see if I can help you.